Okay, let me start with the honorary. That's Bolanle aware. Then Fumlayo and some kuti. Let me say a Funshitani Wura. Yeah. And I like Bolanle Shogunro Kija also.
That's nice.
Yeah. Powerful women. Yeah. Let me see. Can I mention them? Okay, Chimamanda.
Okay, definitely.
Okay, thank God. I think Professor Bolanle is one of the women that has really inspired me in academic life. And I also have other women that like Dr. Bolanle Shogunro. She's a linguist. She is into language. I have some that my teachers when I was in the university. There is one, though late, but the woman tried in the field of academics. Late Professor Mrs. Ogumba from University of Ilorin. I want to believe she's late now. When we talk about the contemporary world, one of my role models is Mama Pastor Mrs. Fulu Adeboye. I love the woman. Then there are others that have come in contact and have made impact in my life. I will not forget Reverend Mrs. Fumilayo Oladeji. She's a reverend, a woman of prayer, and we are partners in the ministry. Thank you.
Mama Bolanle aware. That's number one. That's really, really number one. Then number two, my lecturers. Yes. Let me start from known to unknown. Then Professor Olademo Oyerunke. Yeah. And then I mentioned my lecturers. Let me give names to them. Professor Labiodo. She inspires me. And several other women that I've come in contact with.
First, I will start from my mom. She's probably the source of my motivation, basically. And yeah, purely an illiterate, clearly, but she believes so much in education. So even as poor as she ensured that all our kids have quality education, even against all odds. So then I would probably mention my primary school teacher, Mrs. Ilori, who took some keen interest in me at the point, even at primary 6, where I couldn't read and write. So she took it upon herself to bring me up, and here I am. So Bolanle aware, mention Professor Bolanle aware. She's one of the iconic figure you can always mention when it comes to women. Generally, not just being the first Africanist professor, scholar, but of course, I've read her work and I've been quite inspired.
Okay, there is Dr. Olutayo Molatokumbo. I couldn't mention 5, but I would do well with Balogun Adoni. She's a grandmom. I'm a foster grandmom. Then there is my own personal mom. And there is I think I'll stop there for now.
Well, the very first, in my career, yes, for my career, the very first woman that inspired me is an American who was my first, who was my supervisor at the undergraduate level in UI here, Dr. Larry Denza. Then later on I met another woman who inspired me to do women's history. She's Dr. Judy Byfield. She's an American as well. Then later on I met Mama Bolanle aware. We met, in fact, in Wardok here. Yes, I came for a Women's Day celebration at Wardok. And after asking some questions, she beckoned on me and we spoke for a while. She asked me what I was doing. And I told her I was working on women's history. And she said she was quite happy because in UI here, we don't really have people doing women's history. So she encouraged me.
Of course, Mama Bolanle aware herself. Erelu,
Fayemi, who was here yesterday as the chairperson of the event. And then in the academia, Professor Yoronke Oyerumi has inspired me so much. And then my big sis and mentor in the academia, Dr. Olayinka Oyeleye, has also inspired me.
Right, Yoruba women, past and present. Okay, well, I will mention Marimi, the legendary Marimi. I will mention even the Fusheta in spite of whatever has been written about her. Then we have Mama Bolanle Aware, we have Mama Bolanle Aware, we have Professor Abiola Odejide, the very first female Deputy Vice Chancellor in the history of the University of Ibadan. And of course, currently, we have a new generation of women who are upcoming. And Professor Adepoye of the University of Lagos is one of them. Yes, so these are some of the women that have actually inspired us.